Hello and welcome to finding the surface area of prisms. Now, what we are going to do as an example is a triangular prism, although what we are doing will work for all prisms. Now, the surface area of a prism is one of the more complicated formulas for us because the prisms is general. It's a general name. And we have all different kinds of prisms, from rectangular prisms, triangular prisms, you have trapezoid prisms, pentagon prisms. Basically, if you change the base, you change the name of the prism. But the formula we have can work for all prisms, so it has to be adaptable. So let's go over what surface area is first. So surface area is the area of the surface. That includes the two bases that are triangles and the three rectangles that are your lateral areas, or your sides. So we have the triangle that is here on the bottom and an exact copy on the top. Now, instead of having to find the area of each of those, we can find the area of one and multiply by 2, and it gives us both triangles. To find the lateral area, you would find the perimeter. See, these three rectangles would open up and make one big rectangle. So 5 plus 12 plus 13 would be the length of one large rectangle, that is the perimeter of the base, times the height of the prism, that is the 8, would give us this lateral area. So the formula would be the surface area is equal to 2 times the area of the base to give us the area of the two bases, added to the perimeter times the height to give us this lateral area. Now the problem with using this formula is when I look at the picture, the area of the base and the perimeter are not things given to us. We have to find them. So there's going to be 3 steps we're going to follow. Step 1, find the area of the base. So I write the formula. Area of the base equals 1/2 times base times height. I plug in base in the triangle. The area of the base is equal to 1/2. And the base has a right angle mark here for the triangle. That means 12 and 5, which make that right angle, are the base and the height. It does not matter which one is which. So I'll plug in 5 inches and 12 inches, and then I will solve using the order of operations. But it's all multiplication. So I can do 12 times 1/2. Sorry, I'm allowed to multiply them in any order I want because it's all multiplication. So I do 1/2 times 12 is 6, times 5 is 30. The area of the base is 30. Now I know part of the formula that I need. Step 2 is find the perimeter of the base. The perimeter, I'm just going to add 5 plus 12 plus 13. Remember, these are the same exact triangles, so I can take the numbers from either one. I plug in 5 plus 12 plus 13. And when I add them together, the perimeter of the base is 30 inches. Lastly, now that I know the parts, all the parts of the formula, I can actually do the work now to find the surface area. We write the formula. The surface area is equal to 2 times the area of the base plus the perimeter of the base times the height of the prism. The more you say this in full and complete sentences, the more you will be able to get a hang on this as you go do more advanced problems. So we wrote the formula. Now we plug in. The surface area is equal to, the 2 is still a 2. The area of the base we figured out in part 1, it is 30 inches squared. I plug that in. The plus sign is a plus sign. For the perimeter, we found that out in part 2. It is 30 inches. And for the height of the prism is the distance between the bases. In this case, the bases are 8 inches apart, so I'll plug 8 inches in for the height of the prism. Then we solve using the order of operations. Now, that means look for things in parentheses you can do, but there's nothing inside the parentheses we can do. Look for exponents. There are no exponents on numbers. There is an exponent here on the label, but that's 30 square inches. It's not on the 30, it's part of a label. So there's no exponents for us to do. Next, we look for multiplying or dividing, whichever comes first. And we have 2 different things being multiplied, and they're being separated by an addition sign. So I can do them at the same time. 2 times 30 inches squared is 60 inches squared. Copy the plus sign. And 3 times 8 is 24, which means 30 times 8 is 240. And inches times inches is inches squared. Lastly, I do any addition or subtraction, whichever comes first. And the surface area is equal to 60 plus 240 gives us 300 square inches. So, like with most problems that we have, you write the formula, plug into the formula, and solve with the order of operations. It's just for this one, you have to find parts first.